Indeed, breaking news from Shelby Township, where a Planet Fitness facility has been evacuated. A man suffering from burns from an apparent meth lab fire in his home ran inside. It's a wild story unfolding as we come to you at 5 o'clock, involving a fire at a house and a man involved in that fire trying to get into the Planet Fitness to get help.
Let's get right out to Paula Tutman. She's live at that Planet Fitness on 23 Mile and Van Dyke. Paula, what else have you been able to find out so far?
Well, actually quite a bit. First of all, I want to let you know that there are two different scenes. Let me show you where we are right now. We're at 23 in Van Dyke. You see Shelby Fire Rescue has just shown up. There's a vehicle right here. That is the suspect's vehicle. You can see that it's been torn apart. The bottom line is they're looking for evidence. They believe that he started a fire and an explosion at a home on Willow Ray. Let's go to that video for just a few moments. It was shot by my colleague, Nick Monticelli, who lives not far from this area. This is what police believe happened. They believe that this man had a meth lab inside his home. Something happened. There was an explosion and a fire. He then got in his vehicle. Now understand, if this is a meth lab, this is highly, highly toxic. He got into his vehicle, drove about a mile or so to this Planet Fitness. Let's come back live to this scene. So the man then gets out of his car, goes across the parking lot into Planet Fitness to take a shower. That's when police realized, wait a minute, this is the guy who started the fire and the explosion on Willow Ray. The bottom line is they've got to now evacuate Planet Fitness. You can see this area cordoned off, and they're actually thinking about cordoning it off even more, because now what you have is a man who is contaminated with whatever it takes to make meth. He's now changed scenes, come to this scene, walked into a Planet Fitness, contaminated that scene, gone into the shower. You've got people standing around because they're not able to get back into their vehicles. Now they need to cordon off the area even more. And to make matters worse, it is a Friday evening, and Shelby Township Police are having difficulty locating a hazmat criminal processing team, because they can't just have hazmat. They just can't have a decontamination team. They need someone who can actually go into Willow Ray, do an investigation while decontaminating it and figuring out exactly how big this problem is. So what we have now is, can't even say it's contained because they don't know the breadth, the width and the breadth of the contamination. The man is in, well, you can say he's in custody. He's been taken to the hospital with burns, but you can bet he had a police escort there, and police are trying to figure out, A, how do we get this scene cleaned up? How do we get it processed? How do we get it decontaminated? And how do we get people back into Planet Fitness, or at least Planet Fitness process and decontaminate it as well, because people have to be able to get in to get their keys just so they can get out of here. It is a huge scene and a huge mess, and my partner Nick Monticelli and I are on site right now trying to sort through it all for you.
Unbelievably wild story there, Paula. Thank you so much, and we know you'll keep us updated on that. We do